I've got Robert Thomas with me today. He's a neo-rhino. I know what you're thinking. You're like, what the hell is a neo-rhino? He's running for a member. He's going to attempt to become a member of Parliament as a member of the Rhinoceros Party. Very briefly, Robert.
Yes.
Tell us what the Rhinoceros Party stands for.
The Rhinoceros Party stands for, let's go out and have some fun. Let's really focus on the issues, and let's get away from some of this name calling and cat calling and things along that line.
So when you say really focus on the issues.
Yes.
I've just found some issues that it seems the Rhino Party has focused on before.
Oh, yes, there's many of them.
These are just some of the promises the Rhino Party has made in the past. Firstly, they wanted to take Canada off the gold standard and replace it with the snow standard. Then later on, they wanted to change currency to bubblegum so it can be inflated and deflated at will.
Yes. Well, right now we've actually changed those two policies. We're coming up with what they call the two Pamela currency.
What's this?
And the two Pamela currency is not getting rid of the dollar and printing our money with Pamela Anderson or Pamela Wallen. You know, with our dollar going down so much right now, we have no control over it. What this would work as, we would issue the Pamela Wallen currency if we wanted to decrease in the value of the Canadian dollar, and the Pamela Anderson if we wanted to increase in value. And if we wanted a sharp increase or sharp decrease, we would issue the nude versions.
Right.
Oh yeah, like, you know, Pamela Anderson. Wallen, you know where that's going.
Okay. Does the Rhino Party still want to repeal the law of gravity?
Yes, we do. And actually, we want to change the law of gravity, in my opinion, is we want to change it so it's twice as strong.
Okay.
And that's to bring politicians back down to earth.
Understandable. Okay, now it says that part of your platform is you want to provide higher education by building taller schools.
Yes.
You guys still stand by that?
Oh, yes, we do. And we also like to have smaller students so we can pack more in the space available.
Makes sense. And they want to institute illiteracy as the third official language. It only seems fair.
Yeah, well, right now that's been kind of taken apart. We want to go English, French, and to keep up with the times, because this is back in the 80s you're talking about this, texting.
Oh, yeah, that makes even more sense.
We got to make some sense in some of these policies, you know.
Lols.
Maybe illiteracy would be number 4.
And you guys are going to have Rob Ford run for PM as a Rhino.
Yes, we'd like to have Rob Ford, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He's the man. You can't beat him. He's got big attention in the country. He's got all the press behind him. Having Rob Ford out there, it's a natural.
How did you get involved in this?
Okay, many years ago, I was a student in the University of Saskatchewan in 1983. At that time, they had the political parties would have these beer nights. Like at that time, you get free beer. Show up for a beer night, and you get free beer and maybe even pizza if you supported them. So I'd go into the NDP thing. I support you. Give me that beer and pizza. I'd go to the Conservative one, PC. Say, I support you. Give me that beer and pizza. And I'd go to the Liberal one. I support you. Give me that beer and pizza. And then one night, there was one older guy, about 60 years old, who I saw one thing before. He goes, tap, tap on the shoulder. And he says, I know what you're up to. And I thought, oh, man, I'm busted. And this man's name was Hugh Arscott. And Hugh Arscott at that time was a prolific rhino. And he says, don't worry, I'm doing the same thing. Coming for the free beer. So Hugh Arscott ran in the 1984 election campaign. He got me on board. I bought my membership, one of the original Rhino memberships. And, you know, it went from there. Hugh passed away a number of years ago from cancer. People would say, well, who's Hugh? Hugh used to be a very good friend of John Diefenbaker, you know, a really, really good friend. He was also the president of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. Like, he wasn't no flake off the street.
Right. Okay. What's the deal with Darth Vader?
Darth Vader? Darth Vader is the leader of the Internet Party in Ukraine. I was going to Ukraine, so I contacted these guys, and they're gonna do Darth Vader. So I met with them, and actually, literally, Darth Vader bought me chocolate cake and a Pepsi. He paid for it.
You're just talking about a guy dressed up as Darth Vader.
Yes, but he actually was changing his name to Darth Vader.
So he's illegal.
Legally, yeah, and he was going to run for the president of Ukraine. Unfortunately, because he wouldn't show his face, so they could identify him, they wouldn't recognize the mask as not being able to come off because he'll die from the oxygen.
Understandable.
And it's unique about this is that because Hugh Arscott in 1984, right, which was the cornerstone, he almost beat Elections Canada. He had a dog named Bo. He was running in Saskatoon East, so he got enough signatures, 100 signatures, to run his dog Bo in Saskatoon West. So he went down to the elections office, and for 5 or 6 hours they sat there, him and the media, that, hey, politics has gone to the dogs. Maybe the dog can run. And 5 or 6 hours, and then they got a phone call from Ottawa. The dog could run on one condition, and that is if it can sign its name. and that's the same thing with like when I went to Ukraine, I give the whole Rhino Party comeback book of jokes to these guys. Like, here you go, here's how we did it. Yeah.
Is it taking off there, the Rhino Party?
It's not the Rhino Party, it's the Internet Party. Actually, they're serious. Their main thing is that they're so small, and they're based in Odessa, right?
Yeah.
That in order to get in, they have to create attention for themselves. Otherwise, because we live we live here, there's maybe about 20, 25 parties, right? Yeah. You go there and there may be over 100 parties.
Right, there's so much.
So you got to set yourself out above everyone. And they're going for the youth vote.
Right.
They want to upgrade everything. They want to go computerized and all that stuff.
Talking about the youth for a sec. Do you not feel it in the slightest bit immoral to persuade youth to vote for something that makes no intention of helping their economic benefit? Like, really, you don't really have a platform that's going to help the youth.
For us?
Yeah.
Sure we do.
Changing the currency into bubblegum.
No, we have a new policy. We're going to eliminate.
Where is this going?
We're going to eliminate all unemployment for youth between the ages of 14 and 25 overnight.
How are you going to do that?
Easy. We're going to make it illegal to have any. We're going to make the numbers 0 to 19 illegal. So when you're born, you're 20 years old. When you're starting work, you're 35, which is the prime time, as our figures show, to start work.
Those numbers would look good.
Well, it takes 10 years in order to get the statistics done to see that if it's improved or not. And if it's not, we'll just change the rules again.
Okay. And now let's just.
And there is one more youth one we've got.
Okay,
the best one we've got for the youth, right out here, right? And it's a very easy slogan, right? It's a very easy thing we're going to do. Beer and babes for everybody. That's it for the youth. That's what they want.
I think you sadly underestimate the youth and what they want. But
maybe
let's just say it's likely not going to happen.
Yes,
it's likely not going to happen. But let's say you won. It's not going to happen.
Yes,
but let's say you won.
Yes,
and for some reason, people saw this video and went viral, and they're like, I like that guy. I want that guy as a member of parliament.
Yes.
What would you do?
Ask for immediate revote. Ask for a recount right now. This is wrong.
There's something wrong. We need a recount.
But I will say there is an outside chance I could win.
Yeah, of course. And a puncher's chance.
Yeah, and what I need is either the Conservative people to help me, the Liberal people to help me, or NDP people to help me. And to make that happen, right, I throw an incentive out, right? If the Conservatives vote for me, right, I will name my next daughter John Diefenbaker. If the NDP votes for me, I'll name my next daughter Tommy Douglas. But I'm too much of a Westerner to name my next daughter or any child Pierre Elliott Trudeau.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Okay, I'm going to do something for fun here.
Yes.
Just to close this up.
Sure.
It's a little rapid fire thing I'm going to do. I'm going to just something that's topical right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire it at you, and you got 5 seconds to tell me what you think, okay?
Yes.
All right, rapid fire. Ready? Is Hulk Hogan racist?
Yes.
Name 3 Blue Jays. Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm a Boston Red Sox fan.
Not good, Bob. Not good.
I'm a Red Sox fan, sorry.
All right. What are your feelings on Cecil the Lion? Cecil the Lion.
Well, I think that if they were poaching, they deserve the full extent of the law. I have no problem with legal hunting.
Okay. Good answer. That was a good one, Bob.
Hey, I hunt myself, so.
All right. Inner speaker, lonerism, or currents?
What?
Tame Impala Records?
Pardon? I don't know.
It's a rock and roll band.
Oh, okay. Well,
You'll
hey, I'm getting too old.
And abolish the Senate?
Yes, but we would like to put in, if we do have to keep it, we'd like to have a lottery. And the lottery is, the only people who can actually buy a ticket for the lottery are active servicemen that would be veterans, been abroad and stuff.
Yeah.
So at least somebody can get a decent pension.
So, thanks for your time, Bob. Yep. Robert, if you want to follow him, you can find him on Twitter. What's your Twitter address?
Rhino Bob, MP.
MP. Rhino Bob, MP. Follow him on Twitter.